speaker that is going to be speaking with us today about the East Texas Healing Center. And then I do have a few survey forms that I would like for you guys to fill out for me before you leave. So I'm going to pass them out now. Can you help me, Maria? And just give those to me at the end of the session today. Now we'll probably pass them out again in January, at our January the 5th meeting. And if you want to do another one, you can. And if you don't, that'll be fine also. This particular survey, we're going to be conducting a needs assessment, and we are looking for the partners, or you guys that have been coming to our meetings, to write down any issues, questions, or concerns that may be relevant to your business, your organization, that we could add into the needs assessment. Okay? Now, we may not be able to get every one of your questions into the needs assessment, but we'll make sure that we get some of those more general questions into the needs assessment, okay? We'll be conducting a needs assessment. These are questions that will be relevant to your particular business, organization, your concerns, okay? So if you all could fill those out and give those to me when we come back, when we finish. Today, I think everybody here knows each other, right? Does anybody need any introductions or anything? I think everybody's pretty much know each other. So today we have with us Ms. Kimberly Russell, and she is with the East Texas Healing Center, and she will be giving us a presentation today for East Texas Healing Center. And I know the room looks a little different this morning. I would like to say we thought about this last night and came up with it, but William George actually just bought the tables back about 15 minutes ago. So we had to hurry up and spread them out just some kind of way this morning. So Kimberly, we'll go ahead and get you on. Okay?
Let me pass out a couple of brochures here on who you are.
And we can, if you give me some, Kimberly, we can pass them out as people come in.
Yes, ma'am.
For you.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
And how are y'all today?
Good.
My name is Kimberly Russell. I am with the East Texas Healing Center in Zacatecas. Our home-based office is Zacatecas, but we are regional care. We look out for everyone, no matter where they're at, from here to Houston, Dallas, Zacatecas, Tyler, Rusk, wherever the people are, that's where we want to be. That's where we want to reach out to. The East Texas Healing Center is a nonprofit organization. We're faith-based hospital for the soul. We deal with crisis intervention, crisis care, life coaching, health and wellness coaching. We have several different ministers and reverends, chaplains, life coaches that deal with the whole health of our bodies, our minds, and our souls. You'll have to forgive me, I'm a little jittery.
That's okay.
I have been volunteering with the East Texas Healing Center for 4 years now. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a story and a testimony of how I wound up at this place and how it changed my life and the people that I've seen come through the door that have had dramatic changes in their lives as well. So I'm going to get a little roll with y'all right quick. I hope you don't mind, but all the glory is going to go to God when this is done with. That's how it's supposed to be. The Lord changed my life totally and completely from a prostitute who is homeless to a minister in the street caring for those who have nothing and that are lost and that are broken and that have no hope. I was born out of rape. I was raped as a young adult. I was beaten as a child. I was beaten up emotionally, physically, and mentally. I had no love for people. I had no respect for people. I used and abused anyone that came into my life, and I put them under my feet, and I never looked back. I was broken. I was hurt. I was wounded. I did not know why I did the things I did, except that those things made me feel better. It was never drugs. Drugs was never an issue in my life. But because I had no trust for man, because I was so hurt and emotionally wounded and scarred, I couldn't help anyone, and I couldn't help myself. In my heart, I wanted to change, but I didn't know how to get past the wounds and the scars that had been left behind in the chaos of the abuse. When I chose to live out in the streets, I had other options. I could have stayed and with my parents, but that would have left with the abuse. I could have lived with friends, but I didn't trust them. So I chose to be homeless. I chose to live from place to place and just throw my hat wherever it was. I went hungry at times, and I was very scared, but I didn't know how to stop, and I didn't know how to fix it. Anyone that would try to give me advice, I'd say, you know what you're talking about. You're not hungry. You're not hurt. You're not broken. You don't know what you're talking about. But thank God for His grace and His mercy. I'm able to stand here today and give you the testimony of how, through the East Texas Healing Center and God's intervention, I didn't even want to go to this place. It was chosen by God. I was put here under other pretenses for other reasons, but God had intervened in my life because about 6 years ago, almost 7 years ago, the Lord spoke very audibly and said to me, "Get out or die." There was no other choice. When I went to the healing center, I was there to visit my baby daughter that I had not seen in 2 years, almost 3 years, because me and her father could not get along. When I got to visit the healing center and I got to see my daughter there, I avoided Miss Cindy Hyde, who is the director of the East Texas Healing Center. She's also a pastor, a life coach. She's a chaplain. She's a minister. She's a wonderful, wonderful friend of mine. She's now my spiritual mother. When I got to see my baby daughter, Cindy saw me, and I avoided her like the plague. Because when you're hurt, and when you're wounded, and when you've got demons kicking in your life, you're going to stay away from God. You're going to run like a scared chicken the other way. So Miss Cindy Hyde saw me. She saw that I had potential. She knew that I was hurting and broken because the Lord had put me in her heart. And that's how the Holy Spirit works. And we work with the Holy Spirit at the Healing Center. We work with God, and we work with the Bible, and we work with the Word that says God has a plan and purpose for our life. And it's not to hurt us or harm us. So Miss Cindy found me. She started mentoring me. She started counseling me through the Holy Spirit, through the Bible, through the Word, and through what she had learned. And she saw that there was something there besides a broken human being. She saw that God had a plan and a purpose for my life. And it wasn't to be homeless, and it wasn't to hurt other people. And it was to have fullness and to be living my life according to God's will and His plan and not mine. After and it's already been 4 years now, but just the first session that I had with Cindy Hyde, I was able to forgive the people who had broken me. I was able to forgive myself for the people that I had trampled underneath my feet. And I was able to start living, start getting past my past, and see how God has stayed with me the whole time, because I'm here to tell this story. I'm not living in a ditch or dead or hurt or my mind completely gone, because God intervened. And through the healing center, that intervention started happening quickly. So now it's been 4 years. I have given my life to God. I gave Him my life 4 years ago, actually, after I started forgiving myself and forgiving the people that had hurt me. I understand now why people do the things they do, that it's not that they want to sometimes, it's just that they have emotional wounds and scars. They have traumas in their life that affect them, that cause them to lash out and hurt another human being. It's not always drugs. It's not always alcohol. There are wounds in our souls and in our hearts and in our heads that make us harm other people, that make us act foolish and choose the bad decisions. So, every person that has walked through the Healing Center door since I've been there for 4 years now, they come in crying, or they come in, some of them fall on the ground and can't pick themselves up. They literally hit the ground because they're hurting so bad, and they don't know what to do. They don't know how to help themselves. So we sit there with them through their crisis, and we talk to them. We hold their hand, we pray with them. Or we ask them, what is it that you want today? When you walk through that door, what did you want? Why did you come here today? Just give me one thing. That's usually what we ask. What is one thing in your life that you want to see changed right now before you leave this building? And they'll tell us, I need prayer, or I'm hurting physically. And we will pray. We believe God's word when he said, you shall lay hands on the sick and see them healed. We believe that. We believe Mark 16, 15 through 20. That is our lives. That is what we're called to do. And that's how we work through the Healing Center. Through his word and through counseling that we have available. We have classes and ministry schools and counseling schools, and we have mentorship schools, and we have deliverance schools. Anything you could possibly imagine on your body, from your mind and your soul and your heart, we have it available. We don't charge for any of our services. We work on donations from the community. The government does not help us. It's the people that keep the doors open at the Healing Center. And it's the people is why we stay there. We want to see everybody walk in wellness and in wholeness. We do not charge for any of our services. We don't tell anybody that comes to the door they cannot be there. No matter who you are, where you come from, what your life has been. If you're ready to change, if you're ready to get healed and be whole and find God's life purpose for you to walk in his will for your life, then we're going to be there and we're going to be waiting for you.
Kim, I'm just in awe of your testimony, your story, and it's just really touched me. And I've never been in that situation, so I can't say I know how you feel, but to come to the Healing Center, do you need a referral from somebody, or?
There's no referral needed. If you're just needing some help with your heart or with your mind, or even with prayer for your body, if you're hurting inside and out emotionally, come see us. We're trying to establish a connection with Impact Lufkin to reach any areas and all areas. Our hope is to have an office space somewhere in the Lufkin area, so that if you don't want to travel in Nacogdoches, you can come to Lufkin. I myself have been trained through the Healing Center. I've went through the classes. I'm a licensed ordained minister now. After 4 years, after all of that, yes, God saw me and here you go. You're my disciple. Go and do as I say. So, but price is not an issue. We don't charge for any of our services. You don't need referrals. Just come on up. Come see us.
And the hours are here from 1 to 5.
1 to 5.
Monday through Friday.
Yes, ma'am, Monday through Friday. If there's like a Saturday or Sunday that you know of an emergency, someone's just having a really hard time, a crisis, or they're considering suicide, call us.
Okay.
We can step in.
And that's this 569 number?
Yes,
So someone
ma'am.
will answer that all the time?
If you, on your card, my name is on there. I will give you my cell phone number before you go. If you can't reach the 569 number, you can reach either me or Miss Cindy Hyde, and I will give you my cell phone number if you know of someone that needs some help. This Christmas, we will be handing out what's called Bags of Hope to the homeless and the less fortunate with personal care and hygiene items. Part of being with the East Texas Healing Center, the Lord birthed a ministry in me to work with the homeless out in the streets, to work with prostitutes, and to work with those that are emotionally wounded. I do a lot of my time studying demographics in Lufkin, learning who's who and what's what and what's happening around us. And so that, it's gonna be called Hope Street. And we're gonna be carrying the bags of hope, and we're gonna be mobile. I'm gonna be mobile in this area, helping anyone that might be in need of those things.
You guys, Also, I heard you say that you met your daughter at the Dream Center. Is that like a safe, neutral place that?
At
people-
times, she is willing to use it as a safe,
Oh,
neutral
okay.
place if someone wants to see their child, if they're, under the supervised visitations.
Uh-huh.
If they're needing a safe place to hang out with their daughter, one of us, either me or Cindy, can sit there and help this person
Okay.
to visit their child. As long as it's not something that, is legally,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, just as long as the judge is accepting with
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
We are not trained for that, but it is available. The couple that actually owned the supervised visitation center there in Nacogdoches, they had actually had to close their doors due to, I believe it was repairs. So that to me was a God intervention, because they were just right down the street, and she said, yes, I will help you see your daughter. She threw a tea party for me and my daughter, and that today, that is the one thing my daughter remembers, because it wasn't about me, it was about her. And so even today, she's 8 years old, she's a beautiful little girl, she loves God, she reads her Bible, and it's a good thing. God is good all the time. So are there any other questions? Just let them go.
Well, your community outreach, which are, parenting classes.
Yes, ma'am.
So is that a workshop, like?
Yes, ma'am, we
certain
offer
amount of
workshops.
days, or?
We do have workshop, we have the Family First Initiative, we have parenting classes, anger management, suicide awareness and prevention, the Bags of Hope, and healing on the streets.
Okay.
We also have a ministry school where you can become a licensed or ordained, and or certified minister or pastor.
Okay. Is there any way you all could offer any of those workshops, here?
Yes, ma'am, if anyone would like to set up a class for any of those that we just went over, if you will just call me or call the Healing Center and let us know, we would be more than glad to come to a facility and host these classes. We have workbooks, DVDs, we do offer certifications through that.
Do you do them in Spanish?
No, we are not trained for that yet. But I'm hoping to take the Spanish classes that are gonna be here, so that maybe that can help me reach a little bit further.
Okay.
That would be awesome, actually.
Right. What about volunteers? Do you all solicit for volunteers, or do you have like, a certain number of people, like on the back of the card that you utilize?
We're allocating volunteers. If you know of something that's going on in the area and you're wanting to host something yourself and you want some volunteers, we can help with that. If you're wanting to volunteer with the East Texas Healing Center, and if you offer a service that might help reach another spectrum of the area, please let us know, and we would be more than glad to have you there.
Do you go through a little training and
Yes, ma'am.
background checks and things like that?
We don't do background checks because we trust God that if He's gonna send the right person through those doors. We do have a volunteer application that we offer, and it asks the questions, why do you wanna volunteer? What area has God called you to do, and how to serve? It's about a six-page application. But you'll find that even after volunteering through the Healing Center, your answers will change over time. I've already done the application 3 times because my life has changed so much through the Healing Center and through God, working in the Healing Center and through every person that comes through those doors.
Can you talk a little bit about the Bags of Hope program, and maybe, like some of the work that you're doing with the silent auctions and things like that?
Sometime in January or in February, we're gonna be hosting a silent auction. We're needing donations that we will be auctioning off, and the money and the proceeds will go towards helping low-income families, getting more Bags of Hope to get out to the homeless people. I don't know if everyone's aware of it, but they're actually building a bigger facility for the homeless in Lufkin. What is it called, Gautel? They're building a larger facility.
Gautel is already here, isn't it?
Yes,
Is it Gautel here?
they're building a bigger
Miss
facility, I believe.
Oh, okay. Do
They,
you know about that?
Gautel can host up to 50 people. The Salvation Army, I believe, can hold up to 10 to 14 people. That's people living without homes or without family. That's not including the ones that do have to live with family that don't have a home available to them because of low income or however circumstances came into their life. And then, of course, we have the ones living in the streets that won't go into the shelters. Those are the ones that are having the emotional woundedness or physical woundedness, and they don't want to go, they don't trust. And I can understand that because I was at that place at one point. That is the area that the Lord has called me to, is to help those in the streets that are wounded and hurt. The bags of hope are personal care and hygiene items, little non-perishable snack items, socks, couple of dollars in quarters, whatever we can put together, some cheese crackers, just something to help them. I'm planning to do a backpack drive because a lot of them do not have a way of carrying their items. And we're gonna put like blankets and snacks and emergency waters and things like that in them. I've got a couple of them out in the car actually. The bags of hope will go to anyone in need, even if they're not living in the streets. If they're just low income or been affected by loss of job, or if there's a lot of people living in a house and they just can't make ends meet. Things like shampoo, conditioner, toilet paper, non-perishable snacks, toothpaste, hygiene, anything, to take care of yourself. I'm hoping that we can set up a way where we can get that out to the families and have, through the silent auction, buy these items and get them ready to carry them out. And the silent auction is gonna be, I believe, in either January, the late January or early February. So if you have some donations you would like to throw in, it's gonna be good. There's already a barbecue pit and some free dinners and movies, and so
Oh, I saw that.
it's pretty good.
Sounds good. So if somebody have donations, do they just call you?
Y'all can call me, or you can call Miss Lenola and she can reach me as well. We're wanting to partnership with Impact Lufkin and as many groups as we can in the Lufkin, Nacogdoches area or Angelina County, anywhere in Angelina County, even outside of that area, so that we can get the help to the people that need it. And so that we can help with the homeless and the less fortunate and our veterans and our elderly. So many people slip through the cracks. You would be surprised when people sacrifice personal care to make sure they have food, or even sacrifice food to make sure that they have medication. And that's one of the things I would love to see change in this area. I believe in the city more than I've ever believed in a city in my life, because last year when we hosted this event, we were able to hand out over 200 bags of the personal care items and feed 176 people. That may not sound like much, but to the person that's getting that, it's a big deal. And I want to see that happen and keep going. And I want to see lives changed. And I want to see God working in people's lives and see them find their purpose and God's plan according to their lives that He has set upon them from the day they were born. And when you have a plan and when you have a purpose and when you find what you're here for, your life becomes so vibrant. You want to be, you feel fulfilled. When someone doesn't know who they are or where they come from or what they're here for, they don't live to the fullest. They give up on so much of their lives. They give up on their families. They give up on caring for other people. They even give up on themselves. And I want to see that change because I believe in this city. And I know I keep saying but I know in my heart of hearts, this town is more than what the demographics say. That it's more than what the newspapers say. When I found out that Lufkin was number 3 in the top 20th most dangerous cities in Texas, I fell out because this town is not that big. It beat Dallas and Houston, and I don't understand that. And so I want to see all of us work together and change that.
One more question. Cindy, she had talked about a workshop about dealing with your past, healing your past.
We have a specialized class that she actually wrote the book on. It's called Making Peace with Your Past. That book, I have done that workshop twice. And every year it gets better. Every time I take it, I'm able to let go of more of my past. It's scriptural, It's the things that God says about you and not the things that man say about you. It's the things that he has called you to and ordained you for. And it helps you to let go of your past and forgive those who have hurt you and let you know that you are more than just what you see in the mirror every day. It's a phenomenal class. It's all free. We do not charge you anything. So if y'all would like to host that class as well, we have it available. Just call me. Yes, sir.
How large is the turnout for this auction?
Sir?
How large is the turnout for the auction?
I'm not sure yet. I'm hoping to find a facility big enough to host, and, anyone's invited to the auction. If you have friends that wanna come to the auction, or you have family members that wanna come to the auction, there's a couple of people in this room that were talking about working with me for food to get some snacks and some entertainment there. So I guess it'll be as big as how many people show up.
Is this your first one?
This is the very first live auction I've ever hosted in my life, and I'm really excited. We're gonna have snacks and hopefully some entertainment, and I'm still working on getting some donations to help auction off. And like I said, it's going to a really good cause. It's to help other people, and we are a nonprofit organization. None of this money is going to us. It's going right back to the people. Any other questions?
We would definitely
Wonderful.
talk with our core team and just see, if and how we could, possibly move forward, and helping and partnering with the East Texas Youth Center.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, if no one has any more questions, thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Ms. Kim, for that. That was very informative. I've already heard of the East Texas Healing Center, but I never just really knew what they did up there. So I was glad to hear that information. I was telling each and everybody that these little green forms that I passed out this morning, I'm hoping that everybody has one. This is going to be, you need some more? Oh, okay. This, we're gonna be conducting a needs assessment, and these particular forms here are just for you and your organization or your business. If there are questions that you want us to add into the needs assessment so that we can get some feedback for you, then you need to put these questions, or it could be in a question form. You can just list it if you want to, but just add that at the bottom of this particular form so that we can incorporate it into the needs assessment. So I want to give you guys just a little bit of time to work on those if you have, or if you have any questions regarding that. Do anybody have any questions right now? Anybody? Okay. All righty. And Ms. Glenda, is there anything going on thus far that you've got going with the homeless also?
We're just still passing out, right now we're passing out the care packages.
The care bags,
Yes,
okay,
ma'am.
okay,
That's all right.
okay. Now, we're gonna be having a table at the Dream Center on Christmas Eve. And so I think they have 20 slots left for us, a table of 20 slots for Impact Lufkin. So if there's anybody that wants to come and help, what we're gonna be doing is making the plates. I think he said they wanna do 7,000
Right.
plates. And so he's gonna do this from 8 to 10, I think, that's what he says. And then as soon as all those plates are made, then they're gonna have another crew that will be delivering the plates out to, and it's not only just Angelina, it's all, I think he said all in Broadus and Augustine County and Shelby County, Nacogdoches County, so just wherever, the need is. So if anybody is interested in joining us, we'll be at the Dream Center at 8 o'clock. I believe that's what he said. Greg, do you have his contact information?
Yeah, I have a card in there.
Is it where?
I contacted them yesterday.
Oh, okay.
I talked to Melissa and I talked to Megan, and so they're still ready to go at 8
Okay.
a.m. on Saturday.
Okay.
And then they're looking to have everything bagged and ready to go because they want to make the deliveries to the homes in between 11 a.m. and noon.
I know, okay. Emily, do y'all have an address or?
I do. I can. Are we supposed to meet at the Dream Center?
Yeah.
Is that right? Yes, I can give you that information.
Okay, all right. And, does anybody else need an address for the Dream Center?
I'm gonna.
You're gonna need it. Okay, just get with me afterwards, and I can give you those addresses.
I'm gonna need it as well.
Okay.
All right, well, contact Emily and, she'll get you that address, for the Dream Center. So we'll be glad to have all of you guys there. I'm bringing nephews and nieces and everybody. The kids, I think, need it. I know I'm preaching to the choir, but the children, I think, need to see another side of Christmas. That's just with me and my family. We did Christmas in Dallas last week, and we were giving out the presents. They opened it, they threw it to the side. Then they opened the next one, they threw it to the side. Then they opened the next, threw it to the side. And then one of them just fell out on the floor. He got 3 presents and I got 2 presents. I said, boy, y'all getting these texts this weekend? I'm fixing to show y'all about what Christmas is all about. What is this? Oh my goodness. And I'm excited about doing that just with my family. So
Also-
we'll be glad of that.
Miss Linda, I was going to say, just also on Christmas Eve, Manhattan downtown from about 2:30 to 5 p.m. are handing out spaghetti plate dinners for those that are also in need. And so if you know of anybody, let them know that they just have to go jump in line and they can pick up a spaghetti dinner for their family. And then also Saturday evening, Cesar Rodriguez is doing a barbecue for all of the on-duty Lufkin PD officers, as well as for the sheriff's department and anything. So that's happening that evening as well.
What time for the downtown Manhattan?
Downtown, it's from 2:30 to 5 p.m.
And that's on Christmas Eve.
And that's on Christmas. All this is on Christmas Eve.
Oh.
Yes, ma'am.
And Emily, was the Dream Center passing out? I was thinking it was at some church.
The Dream
It
Center.
is,
Faith Family Church.
That's
right,
That's the-
That's
Church
right.
on the right in Burke.
right.
You
Right
can
there on
see
Highway
it up there, and it's about another mile. If anybody remembers the old drive-in theater, they built a big honky tonk next to it 25 years ago, and now it's a big church.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Oh, okay. That's
So
where we
what-
need them.
so what is that again, sort
Faith Family Church.
It's actually on the right when you're headed toward Diboll. There's another one on the left, don't get that.
Oh, going toward Diboll.
Yes, that's right.
Yes, ma'am. It's on the right. I thought maybe something had changed.
No. Oh no. I wasn't sure. So.
It's about a mile outside the city. It's just before the airport.
Oh, okay.
It's on Summit.
But that's been a long time ago.
Yeah, let me write that down then.
That was a long time ago.
All righty, and let's see here. We're gonna be, of course, we're doing key informant interviews, and those are interviews with, key people in, wards 1 and 2, or if you know about, lived in wards 1 and 2. We're doing key interviews, key informant interviews, so we need more people. If you guys know of anybody, please call us and let us know. If you wanna be a key informant, let us know and we will write that down. We need to get more key informants from the Hispanic community and also from the Caucasian community, European American, whatever you want to call it, but we want to be very diverse because we've gotten a lot of informants from African American community, but we want to make sure that we're very, very inclusive. So if you guys,
What is a key informant?
it is just a person that has knowledge about the area, okay, that wants to share that information with us. And what we do is that we video cam the interview. It's just very relaxed, 2 people, and you just talk and tell us about what you know, what your concerns are, how the history, that sort of thing. Usually that interview lasts about an hour or so, and then we download that information, put it on the jump drive with Miss Emily, and then Miss Emily ships it off to Stephen F. Foster. Okay, so they're gonna be including those in our research. So if you guys know of anybody, they don't have to live here now, but if they know of here, you know, they lived here in the past, and we wanna make sure and get those. We wanna try to do at least 80 key informant interviews at least. So we're gonna be needing that. And when we come back, probably in March, February or March, we're gonna be doing a walk through the community. And I feel like this is gonna be another level where we're gonna be able to reach people that don't normally come to these meetings, the people that we don't normally see, you know, every day. So if you guys are wanting to help us walk through the community, we'll be doing walkthroughs. We'll have groups that we walk through the community, knocking on doors, and you guys also can tell us where we need to go, where we don't need to go, because we want to make sure that everybody that's going to be walking through the community, that everything is going to be safe, and that everybody's going to be comfortable as far as knocking on folks' doors. So we're going to need that information from you all beginning of January, so that we can divide up the cities, divide up parts of the wards 1 and 2, and actually do the walkthrough. We will be walking through. We will probably have about 5 interns next semester also. So we're going to be utilizing them to do that too. And if you have any ideas on how we can reach another group of folks, because we need to be able to reach those folks, like I said, that are not coming to the meetings. You know, the people that haven't even heard of us. How can we reach that group of folks? So if you have any ideas about that, y'all please let us know on that, because we've been renewed, thank God, to Temple for another year. So we definitely will be here for another year conducting the research. So we want to make sure we do the walkthrough, the community. Dr. Oliphant, she's in Africa right now with her family, but she is wanting to have a humongous community conversation cafe where she's hoping to get at least 500 people in one room. And so we want to make sure that the work that we're doing here is all inclusive of everybody, because whatever is going to be affecting here in wards 1 and 2 is going to affect everyone. So we want to make sure that we're inclusive with that. Spanish classes, of course, are starting Tuesday, January the 10th at 6 o'clock right here. It's at no charge. Just let us know and we'll put your name on the list. And also, Impact Lufkin is sending out the alarm for more volunteers, because we need more volunteers to make sure that the office is open and that we're responsive to the needs of the people. We have lots and lots of workshops that we could make available to the community. So we just want to make sure that we have the volunteers here that can help us keep up with paperwork and make sure the building is opening and closing and that sort of thing. So if you all know of anybody that would like to volunteer, please let us know. Miss Maria also is thinking, she's in the process of planning like an appreciation for the teachers at the school. So that'll probably be, we're looking at like February. Now in February, there may be a lot of things going on. So if there's anything going on, we don't want to like duplicate, or we don't want to stack stuff up. But we were looking at around the Valentine's Day. So is there anybody that has stuff that's going on around that time?
Well, the NAACP has a back to school, stay in school scholarship banquet at the Lufkin Civic Center on February the 18th, and the tickets are $35, and a table is $300. And we like for Impact Lufkin to sponsor a table.
All right, just talk to Robert right there.
That's right. And we have some very different entertainment that we're bringing in.
Okay.
This year, instead of doing a speaker, we decided that we were gonna do something different. Yeah,
Okay.
like
All
a
right.
cabaret.
Oh, okay,
entertainment. Yeah.
all right, okay.
Also-
So that's February the 18th
Mm-hmm.
for the NAACP.
Yeah.
What's the name of that banquet again? Back to school?
Back to school, stay in school.
Back to school, stay in
It's
school.
a scholarship banquet.
Okay. Anybody else that has anything that's going on?
Also, Miss Lanola, Kelly and I will be gone for the 14th through the 16th to Austin for Leadership Lufkin.
Okay.
And Dr. Goffney's in that as well. So I just know if you want her present at the
Yeah,
teacher appreciation,
exactly.
so she'll also be out of town
Okay.
those 3 days.
All right, February the 14th through the 18th, you got it.
We leave on Valentine's Day and come back on the 16th.
Leadership.
And Robert will be there too.
Oh, Robert?
So we'll all be gone.
Oh, all of y'all.
So,
So we can have some fun, Greg. They're all good. We can, Greg, we can.
I have something too,
Yes, ma'am.
you know, Leadership Lufkin Alumni Association, we do a fundraiser, we started doing it, last year was the first one, we did doing pianos. That's gonna be February 11th.
Oh, okay.
That raises money, it's at the convention center, it raises money for Leadership Lufkin and Leadership Tomorrow scholarships.
Oh,
So,
okay.
students that can't afford to go at all, they get full scholarships to go through the program, both Leadership Lufkin and Leadership Tomorrow. It's February 11th. It's dueling pianos. The guys play pianos together, and it's all fun and interactive. It's a really fun, and you get to eat food. We have food trucks. You get to eat off the food trucks, and then go to the show. So those tickets are going to go on sale to the public. I think January 19th. But you get them at the chamber. You can call the chamber.
Call the
and find out. It's a
chamber.
really fun event, and we raised a lot of money last year. We sent a lot of people. We got a lot of more people to go to Leadership Lufkin for free. It's pretty expensive.
Oh, that is
And
great.
Leadership Tomorrow. So that's
Okay. Do you know how much those tickets are?
there's $35 in advance.
Okay.
And 40 at the door.
Okay.
And a lot of companies can buy a whole table.
Okay.
They'll let you buy a table.
Okay, all right, but we can get that information from the chamber.
Yes.
Okay, all righty. Anybody else has anything that's going? Pam, how are y'all going with, your, Christian empowerment?
Check my math.
We're fine right now, just
Okay.
really based on the tutorial program right now.
Okay.
Especially since I'm in school.
Oh, okay.
Keeping on the down
You
low.
kinda, you don't even wanna mention it right now. Okay, all righty. Okay, all righty. Other than that, you guys, if you guys have nothing else, that is it for me. Do you wanna go ahead and introduce yourself? Since this is your first meeting, we would like to know.
My name is Kara Derby. I know several of you here.
Okay.
I learned about Impact Lufkin through Antoinette. We took the H&R Block with Sandra, the H&R Block class, and met Antoinette. And I had no idea that there was such an organization in Lufkin. So as she talked about it, I became interested and wanted to come and see what I can do to help.
Okay.
So it's nice to meet all you guys.
It's nice to meet you too, nice to meet you. Okay, you guys, if that is it, Mr. Lawrence, you have anything?
Neighborhood Strong has got one house going, almost finished. Weather permitting, we'll start another one next week. And we're applying for 2 SNAP grants pretty soon. Hopefully that's with the Federal Home Loan Bank. If we get those funds, we'll start a couple of more before too much longer.
That is just awesome. Are y'all trying to keep it on the low?
We're trying to stay low profile right now.
You just kind of do it on the low there, okay? All righty, let's see, Mr. Gibson, is anything going on as far as with the artistry and all that, anything?
In February, the group maintained knowledge sometime. I don't know a whole lot about it this
Okay,
yet.
okay.
They're having a Black History.
Okay.
Last year, I think they had it running apart.
Oh, okay,
I know in
okay.
February.
Okay, all right. So there'll probably be a lot of programs and stuff for Black History. And what about Martin Luther King? Is there something in January?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
will y'all just be letting us know about it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay.
There will be a program at Dunbar. The march is gonna still be going on.
Okay.
And, after the program, they kinda feed the people, you know, and then there's also, I was told that, there's a program that afternoon at the Hope Center.
Okay,
At 4, yeah.
on the 16th?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, January the 16th. Okay. Our next meeting here will be January the 5th. And so maybe all of that information that we can, bring that back and so we can remind folks, about that. So that's January the 16th at 4 at the Hope Center. Okay. All right, have everyone had an opportunity to complete their papers, or do y'all
I had something really quick.
Okay.
We're working on a child and family safety workshop for the community. We were originally planning on like January the 10th or the 24th, but I think with the holiday and trying to get everything together and get it advertised before that, we may have to push it back a little bit. But I wanted to put it out there so that if anybody's interested in participating or, wants to help us out with that, then we'll get the information to you as soon as I get back with them and kind of figure when everything's gonna occur, so.
Okay. Oh, that's Mr. Rodriguez coming in. All righty. And you guys can continue to fill that. Come on up, Emily, Robert.
Oh, I'm the choir director today.
I'm
the choir director.
2 minutes.
Make sure you get them on now.
2 minutes.
Y'all get ready?
So y'all supposed to sing?
They sing. Hey, Mr. Lowe, when I do like that, I need you to hit high note.
Which one? I got about 2 high notes.
Hit both of
Spanish words.
Come on, Joe, you.
All right, now, okay, we need y'all, come on in the middle. Come on in the middle.
Come on in the middle, don't be afraid.
Right there.
Yes, you do.
Right there. All right, director. Y'all ready?
Yes.
When I said 1, 2, 3, we're gonna start that note.
We just want to let you know that we're not afraid to take risks here at Impact Lufkin. And we just want to let you know, and to everybody out there, just how much we really appreciate. So we're just going to sing a little bit of "We Wish You a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year" if we know the words. Okay.
Y'all ready?
Yes. We're ready.
1, 2, 3.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We just want to give y'all just a little something. Add on.